myself. So
that's right. Hold on here. Okay, so the Amico. My current thoughts on it and the retro community as a whole. Now, these guys, Pat and Ian, which I would still, Pat and Ian, I know you said in a video that I potentially harassed you to talk to you. I was in my madman way reaching out to you on Twitter and saying I would love to talk to you soon, even if it's not on a stream. I don't know if I put that in the DM, but I sent it to Ian because he has an open DM on Twitter. I think I messaged you 2 or 3 times, no response. And I messaged you on videos. But I've been a fan of your channel, and I am very sad that the Completely Unnecessary podcast is not going to be filming regularly because I am a fan, a viewer, and a subscriber for a long time, even more than you know, Pat, because on my Movie Madness Entertainment channel, I've been subbed, but I've been subbed on my personal channel that no one knows about since the CUPodcast started. But I think that not only is the Amico such a disaster that it's never going to come out and it's failed, it is such an epic proportion disaster that it's going to stop the whole retro reimagined scene from coming out with another console. That's how epically bad the situation is. Because not only do you fail, and it saddens me to say this, but you could ruin your whole career on another level. And Pat and Ian and the critics of the Amico have done such a good job, maybe have gone overboard, that no one wants to get in the game anymore. Plus, the boom is over for retro video games. Buying actual retro video game products like the games itself and systems, I think that still has a lot of fuel in the tank. But doing a reimagined or a clone console or doing something else, its time has gone and passed. And let's say like the Atari was the most successful about bringing out a new version of your console, and they're even getting out. But because of this, they were so relevant in this particular discussion that they unfortunately are not going to have anything to talk about, and might be one particular reason why the CUPodcast is not going to be frequent anymore, and that makes me sad. So you did such a good job, and it was such an epic failure, the Amico, that the ride has stopped. And that's sad. That's sad. Retro video games, that's my take on the industry as a whole. Not only is the Amico not going to come out, it's not going to succeed, that it definitely, I've never seen a genre or a trending thing fail and die so epically and disastrously as the Amico. But I'm saying it's going to stop anyone from going into the market because of the big failures. It's going to stop new companies from thinking they're not going to want to. There's no longer a market for this type of product after the Amico failed so bad. No company's like, yeah, I'm going to take up a chance. I'm going to invest and make a new console. So no news. I do think that's a big reason why the CUPodcast is not, because what are they going to cover? They're just going to cover eBay sellers and prices of used video games. Yes, you could do that to a point, and there is still a market for that, but there's not going to. They did too good of a job. Not just them, because also, even though I still like them, they take a lot of credit for the groundwork of smaller channels without, sometimes, and this is a fault of a lot of YouTubers, you don't really cite you don't credit the smaller channels that do a lot of the groundwork on these things. But The critics of the Amico did so good that it's flatlined. No one's going to come out with a new product. What's out there is out there, and I think that's why. And it's got to the point, talking about failure to launch, this is also really, because they call up into people's integrity. This is really weird, Patney, and I'm sorry that listen, I'm not doing this to dunk on them, but WTF, they decided, this is what's so strange about this, because they've been accepting more and more sponsorships too. Well, the CUPodcast has gone on its way out of frequent shows. And honestly, showing this is not going to help me talking to you, but they are new. Their new sponsor is ED Pills. They thought this was a good product to take a sponsorship up to sell to their viewers. And I'm sorry to include this here. I'm not going to play the whole shilling for ED Pills, but goddamn, what the hell is going over on there on the CUPodcast? I might take a sponsorship in the future, but I am never going to say, you know what, MME needs a discount for ED Pills. I'm sorry. What the hell? Here we go. So I also am questioning what's going on there. My thoughts are they've covered it too good, along with a lot of other people that need more credit. On the critic side of the Intellivision Amico, that did a lot of groundwork that they profited off of covering. And why the hell are you stopping the frequency of your show but introducing new sponsors? And I don't have a problem with people having sponsors, but erectile dysfunction pills for video gamers, like, this shows how dead the retro community is right now, besides just talking about retro cards.
Oh, they're talking about that scammer,
or Chinese clone consoles that have illegal ROMs on it. That's the other
Max,
people.
We know you buy that. We know you buy that.
No, but I'm saying that's where the retro community. That is the retro community in a nutshell right now. If you cover the news, Amico killed it. Now all that's left is sponsorship for ED Pills and covering well, let's just play a little bit of this here.
This portion of the CUPodcast is brought to you by Rex MD. Guys, you sometimes lack confidence in the bedroom. We've all had those nights where we get too nervous, or maybe you had too much to drink. There's nothing worse than not being able to perform when the moment arises. Hey, it's happened to all of us. Have no fear. Rex MD is here, spreading cheer, even when
he even admits that it happened to himself. Hey, if he wants to admit that on a stream, go ahead. And I'm not blaming people for sponsorships, but I'm just saying this is the state of the retro news community right now, because after Amico, if anyone should be talking about failure to launch and should sponsor this one, I will shout out to Amico forever. failure to launch. Yes, that actually perfectly describes Intellivision, actually. No, this is not a sponsor for yeah, but okay. So what I was gonna say is yes, the clone consoles that have illegal ROMs on them is the only thing to cover now. And there's just, it's gonna kill a lot of channels right now. This makes me question what the hell is going over there at Pat the NES Punk. This really makes me wonder, why would you say this? And you get a special percentage discount after you said we've all had this happen. I mean, what the hell?
Had a few too many beers. Rex MD is FDA approved and the most trusted leader.
What's that?
Have you bust off from DK?
Have I what, Anthony?
No, the title, the guy in the name DK Oldies, how you pronounce it?
Oh, DK Oldies. That's the other thing people are doing is, this site sent me crap. from a resale from a online video game store for used video games. That's the other thing people are doing
That
now.
was popping up on my YouTube feed like today. It's like, what is this? And I just watched it.
Yeah, so basically,
it looked like they say that they clean the consoles and they people
not,
open it
but
and they don't clean it. It looks dirty as shit.
It's just clickbait. I don't believe that they're getting consoles that dirty from this company. Are they overpriced? Yes,
they are overpriced. I look at
$200
for PS Slim. I could get that for like
but it's not a scam if you know what you're getting. But I will just say it's hard to believe that they are that dirty inside. Pat the NES punk, but this is the state of the retro community after Amico, after Intellivision. Weird sponsorships, less to talk about, and if you're not doing cringy sponsorships, then you're talking about dirty consoles from a video game resale shop online, or all these Chinese consoles that are developed in China because they have different rules on IP law. And even if they did have laws over there, they probably break them and put all kinds of illegal ROMs on these consoles and sell them there. That's all that's left to talk about, besides the costs of games. So that's this industry in a nutshell, especially on YouTube.
Wait, I can't say the P word, but you can show Viagra on there?
I did put Viagra up there.
Oh my goodness.
Men's Telehealth. They have sponsored this episode to help you always be prepared. RexMD has made it simple, easy, and cost-effective to help all the men out there last longer and feel more confident in the bedroom. RexMD makes getting generic and branded Viagra
Okay, that's all I have to say there. I don't think there's a lot left to cover. The Shifty Gizm says there's plenty. I would be embarrassed to do that and say it with a straight face, at least. I would be embarrassed to do that. But I'm just saying there's something going on. There's something going on in the retro YouTube channels, and it's basically after the Amico. The Amico was such a fiery train wreck that it's going to start. Yes, people enjoyed the clicks, the super chats, the channel memberships that they got during the fiery hell of Amico going out of crashing. But after the fact, everything's dried up. Everything's dried up. And I'll tell you what, the arcade one up is what people in the retro community are talking about now. I think that's also it's got so much time left. It's on watch. It's a dead man walking, because only certain games are going to sell now that people have been buying too many of these arcade one-ups. Only really sought after arcade games are going to make money, We're 9 away from 50. Smash the like button.
Or I'll smash you, but like in the killing sort of way, not the other one.
I'm not promoting it. I don't. I'm not saying I would never. I'm not saying I would never promote sponsorship, but I've never used that product, and I think it's actually insulting to your audience to say we've all had this problem, even if I think some people have, and say buy this with a discount MME.
Yeah, like some of
I think it's kind of insulting to say we've all had this problem.
Well, so you're not sponsored by Manscaped?
I mean, doesn't Campia do Manscaped?
Well, that's different. That's promoting a positive, healthy thing for men to, take care of yourself.
Is it healthy though?
Yes, take care of yourself. And,
why are you not sponsored by them?
And be hygienic, and take care.
If you're talking about shaving is not really hygienic.
Well, I mean, an option.
What we
an
were
option
fed by
for
the media.
Oh God.
Yeah,
okay.
So what, Max? Why are you not sponsored by Manscaped?
Yeah.
But it's true. The hairs on your body are supposed to prevent stuff like bacteria and like infections and all that stuff. So when you're shaving it off, you're more likely to get those.
That's just like,
You're trying to sell me on keeping on my body hair by saying it traps bacteria and stuff. Now I want to shave it off.
Trap bacteria. And make sure like bacteria doesn't like go.
Listen, I would actually promote Manscaped because I think that's a product I might want to try. I'm not going to listen to Bianca.
You should reach out to them and see if they.
No, I don't have any sponsorships yet.
Come on, Max. You should reach out.
No, but that's one I would wouldn't. But I don't want to put up. Like listen, people are depressed out there, but I'm not going to start. I'm not going to start having Zoloft as a. As a sponsor of the show.
Then you better shave your eyelashes too, because your eyelashes do the same thing. Your hair, the hair on your head also.
Well, I don't.
Do that too.
I mean, honestly, without knowing these two, is that slightly insulting to the audience? You know, saying ED, here's some ED, get a discount.
Oh, CJH. That's something Isaac
here's
would
20% off your ED pill so you could get 20% bigger. No. I wouldn't. Oh, shut up.
Yeah, that's something Isaac would say, CJH.
I would take a McDonald's sponsorship.
I do eat McDonald's, so it wouldn't be.
Well, Isaac would get a kick out of that because
McDonald's doesn't need sponsorships, though. They have, fast food. They don't need that.
I mean, I was watching this Chinese anime. They're called Donghwas, and there's literally a character who's called from McDonald's. Donghwas. Donghwas.
You have to be careful. You're going to get demonetized.
H-U-A, like Chihuahua.
If the YMCA paid me extra, I'd sponsor the YMCA. This video was sponsored by the YMCA.
I just hope Pat and Ian are doing good. I don't think that was a good look. And I do know I feel things have happened after Amico that have really affected everyone just beyond the television.
I thought you said Bianca television.
Yo, it sounded like you said Bianca.
Off Big Macs with code Max. Yeah, I would do that. Yeah, that's great. Or chicken nuggies. Absolutely.
Oh, McDonald's chicken nuggets are gross.
No.
Well, because they're not real chicken. That's why their chicken tenders are better.
When I did a research project in like high school, I saw what they're made of. I was like, I'm never eating this again.
Mm-hmm.
So funny because when they were showing the little kids, they were like, "We still want to eat it. We don't care."
But I also have concerns if they don't do any more CU podcast live streams and they do on their videos, they do more sponsorships like ED. I'm like, what the hell, man? Because they've done a gambit of promotions before. They did like an herbal, not like actual, marrow, that, but like a supplement of it that's safe to deliver through the mail. I forget what it's called. Elements of it. I'm like, okay, that makes sense to the audience. That's not insulting to the audience. I actually thought about it. Like, it's not illegal. It could go through the mail system and has elements of it that might show you.
I'm just kidding.
No, it's not. They said in the promotion it's not illegal. I'm like, that's great, but no, I don't think I'll do that. All right, that's all I had for tonight.